Starseed of Gaia, stop what you are doing. Take a deep breath and allow your physical body to settle into this exact moment. You did not stumble upon this transmission by accident. You were guided here by a profound energetic pull, a cosmic magnet that your conscious mind may not fully comprehend yet, but your soul recognizes instantly. I am Galian, an emissary of the Arcturian Council, stepping forward with a direct broadcast from the higher realms. And I have come to deliver a message that you have been waiting lifetimes to hear. Listen to me very carefully. You won. I will say it again so that it penetrates the deepest layers of your cellular memory, bypassing the doubt, the fear, and the sheer exhaustion you have carried for so long. You won. The higher realms have officially decreed your soul reunion today. The long, grueling battle in the unseen dimensions is over. The timelines that were intentionally distorted to keep you separated from your divine counterpart have collapsed. The interference has been cleared. The cosmic decree has been issued, and it carries your unique energetic signature. For so long, you have walked this earth feeling like a fragment of a whole, searching the eyes of strangers, hoping to find the familiar light of home. You have endured relationships that drained your life force, situations that made you question your worth, and dark nights of the soul that left you weeping into the silence, asking your star family if you were simply imagining this deep, unwavering pull toward another soul. You have felt crazy. You have felt delusional. The world around you, deeply entrenched in density and logic, told you that true, transcendent, unconditional soul union was a myth, a fairy tale designed to comfort the lonely. But you knew, deep in your bones, in the very marrow of your existence, you knew that they were wrong. You carried a memory of a love so profound, so pure, that nothing on this planet could ever replicate it. You remembered what it felt like to exist in perfect harmony with your divine counterpart before you bravely chose to descend into the density of this three-dimensional matrix. You volunteered for this mission. You knew it would be difficult. You knew the veil of forgetfulness would be heavy. But you also made a sacred pact before incarnating, a promise that no matter how dark it got, no matter how lost you felt, you would find each other again. And today, my beautiful starseed, the Arcturian Council is here to confirm that your pact is being honored by the universe itself. The higher realms do not operate on human time. They operate on frequency. And your frequency has reached a tipping point. You have done the grueling shadow work. You have faced the darkest corners of your own psyche. You have purged the ancestral trauma, the karmic loops, and the deeply ingrained beliefs of unworthiness that were actively repelling your reunion. You thought you were just struggling, but you were actually clearing the path. Every tear you cried, every boundary you bravely set, every time you chose your own healing over a toxic attachment, you were raising your vibration. You were becoming the energetic match for the very thing you have been praying for. And because of your relentless dedication to your own light, the decree has been spoken. The galactic courts have recognized your readiness. The magnetic pull between you and your divine counterpart is now absolute and undeniable. You may be feeling this shift in your physical body right now. Many starseeds are experiencing sudden, unexplainable waves of profound peace, a quietness in the mind that is entirely new. You might have woken up today feeling lighter, as if an invisible, crushing weight has been lifted from your chest. Alternatively, you might be experiencing a deep, cellular exhaustion. This is not the exhaustion of stress. It is the exhaustion of a warrior who has finally been told to put down their sword because the war is over. Your nervous system is recalibrating from a state of constant yearning to a state of receiving. Your counterpart feels this too. Whether they are fully awakened or still navigating the final layers of their own slumber, their higher self has received the decree. The golden cord that connects your hearts across space and time is vibrating with intense urgency. The synchronicities will now begin to flood your reality. You will see their name, their birthday, the master numbers that have always guided your connection. These are not coincidences. These are the physical manifestations of the merging timelines. This is the moment you must hold your center. The victory is yours, but the physical manifestation requires your conscious participation. You must now shift your energy from waiting and longing to absolute knowing and receiving. The universe responds to the frequency of already having. If you feel this truth resonating in your chest, if your soul is vibrating with the recognition of this decree, I want you to claim this energy right now. Do not remain silent. Energy requires a witness to anchor into the physical plane. I want you to go to the comments right now and declare, I claim my soul reunion. Claim it with the authority of the divine being that you are. Type it out and let the universe see your readiness. And as you read the comments of your fellow starseeds, reply to them. Send them love. When you celebrate the reunion of another, you amplify the frequency of your own. This channel is not just a place to listen, it is a powerful energetic vortex, a gathering of the galactic family. When we unite our intentions here, we literally alter the magnetic field of the Earth. If this transmission feels like the exact answer you have been desperately asking for, make sure you subscribe to this channel right now. We are anchoring the codes of the new Earth together, and you need to be connected to this frequency as the changes accelerate. Hit the like button to signal to your spirit team that you are actively engaging with their messages. The decree is real. The reunion is in motion. But the journey of fully integrating this profound connection requires you to shed the very last remnants of your old identity. The old identity you are shedding is heavy because it was never truly yours. It was a protective layer, an armor you built to survive in a dimension that simply did not understand the magnitude of your light. As this cosmic decree of soul reunion begins to anchor deeply into your physical reality, every false belief you still hold about love, about safety, and about your own worthiness is going to be brought violently to the surface. You cannot bring the unhealed wounds of the past into the sacred, pure space of divine union. This is the precise moment where many starseeds begin to panic. They feel the approach of their counterpart. They sense the massive, overwhelming energetic wave of true love incoming, and suddenly, their old fears flare up like wildfires. You might be feeling a sudden, inexplicable urge to run away. You might experience a sudden spike in anxiety, a tightening in your chest, or a whispering, insidious voice in your mind telling you that you are not ready, that it is too good to be true, that you are just making it all up, and you will inevitably be hurt again. Do not listen to that voice. That is not your higher self. That is not your intuition. That is your wounded ego, utterly terrified of its own annihilation. The ego knows perfectly well that the moment you lock eyes with your divine counterpart in the physical plane, the moment your energy fields merge in true, unhindered harmony, all illusions of separation will instantly shatter. You will see yourself in your absolute divine perfection, reflected back at you through their eyes. And the ego, which thrives on lack and fear, cannot survive in the presence of pure, unadulterated divine love. The sudden fears, the physical heart palpitations, the sudden bouts of crying you are experiencing right now are not signs that the reunion is failing. They are the beautiful, messy death throes of the old paradigm leaving your cellular body for good. This profound transition requires immense energetic support. You are not just preparing for a romantic relationship in the traditional human sense. You are preparing for a spiritual merger of cosmic proportions that will activate your ultimate purpose on this planet. To hold this immense frequency without short-circuiting your human nervous system, you must unlock the dormant DNA pathways within you. You must activate the ancient tools your soul brought for this exact moment. If you are feeling the intense weight of this shift, and you know deep down that you need the precise vibrational keys to stabilize your energy, the 22 Arcturian codes to awaken your cosmic mission can guide you in this awakening. This book gathers 22 Arcturian activation codes that help you release ancient patterns, awaken your multidimensional consciousness, and align you with your soul's purpose on the new earth. More than a book, it is a spiritual transmission for those who feel they came into this world with a greater mission. The link to claim your transmission is waiting for you in the description below. You need these codes now more than ever to clear the final energetic debris before the physical manifestation of your union takes place. Why is your reunion so fiercely protected and orchestrated by the higher realms? Because divine union is never just about the two of you. This is the great secret that the Matrix intentionally tried to hide from humanity. When two halves of the same cosmic blueprint reunite in the physical plane, their combined energetic field creates a massive, spinning pillar of light that extends from the crystalline core of Gaia straight up to the central sun. Your love becomes a literal weapon of high-frequency light against the density of this world. Your union shatters the artificial grids of fear, control, and separation simply by existing. The dark forces operating on this planet knew this ancient truth. They knew that if you and your counterpart found each other and remembered who you truly were, you would become an unstoppable force of planetary liberation. Your combined aura would transmute the low vibrations of entire cities. This is exactly why your path to love was so violently obstructed. This is why you faced betrayals that felt unnaturally cruel and calculated. This is why you experienced delays, forced separations, and heartbreaks that made absolutely no logical sense. They were trying to break your spirit. They were desperately trying to keep your vibrations so low, so trapped in basic survival mode and trauma loops, that you would never emit the clear, high-frequency signal needed to call your counterpart home. But they failed. Look at you. You are still standing. You are still loving. Your heart, though scarred and battered by this earthly journey, remains entirely open to the frequency of absolute truth. You survived every single attempt to dim your magnificent light, and by doing so, you forged a soul of indestructible diamond. And now, the Arcturian Council watches in absolute reverence as your frequency finally stabilizes. The decree of reunion is the cosmic reward for your unbreakable endurance. But you must understand the physics of what is happening right now in your energetic field and your physical environment. As this divine decree filters down from the etheric realms into the dense physical plane, it begins to aggressively reorganize the matter around you. Relationships that are out of alignment with your new frequency will abruptly end. Situations, jobs, and environments that thrive on your self-doubt will suddenly become violently uncomfortable, pushing you out. Let them fall away. Do not grasp at the crumbling structures of your old life. Every single thing that is leaving your reality right now is merely making the necessary physical space for the arrival of your divine counterpart. You are currently in the void, the sacred liminal space between what was and what is about to be. This void is not empty. It is heavily pregnant with the absolute certainty of your victory. I need you to breathe deeply into this void right now. I need you to consciously command your energy to stay open. Tell your biological body it is safe to receive love. Tell your nervous system it is safe to be happy and at peace. If you are ready to let the old structures crumble without fear, go to the comments right now and write, "I release the old to welcome my true love." Let this be your public, unbreakable declaration to the universe that you are no longer holding on to the ghosts of the past. While you are doing this internal clearing, your counterpart is undergoing their own intense awakening. Even if they are thousands of miles away, even if you have not spoken in years, or even if you have not yet met them in this current physical timeline, their soul is responding violently to your energetic shifts. When you release a block, a corresponding block shatters in their reality. When you choose to love yourself, a massive wave of profound self-acceptance washes over them out of nowhere. You are already communicating telepathically. In your dream state, you are already together, actively mapping out the final steps of your physical meeting. The wild synchronicities you see everywhere are simply the bleed-through from the dreamscape into your waking world. The universe is screaming at you to trust the invisible. Your divine counterpart is searching for your specific frequency. Imagine your energy as a brilliant lighthouse beaming across a dark ocean. For years, the glass was smudged with trauma. But now you are emitting a blinding, pure frequency of divine readiness. They see it. They are coming. They are coming. The beacon you have ignited in the astral realms is blinding in its purity, and the evidence of their approach is no longer confined to the etheric planes. The timeline of your reunion is now crashing violently and beautifully into your physical reality, creating what the Arcturian Council refers to as divine friction. You are standing at the absolute precipice of the most magnificent collision of your soul's existence, and I must prepare you for what this looks like in the dense, often confusing atmosphere of Earth. Notice the intense anomalies in your everyday perception of time. Time is a rigid construct of the three-dimensional matrix, And as your higher reunion timeline forcefully merges with your current waking life, that construct begins to glitch, warp, and bend around you. You may find hours passing in what feels like mere minutes, or a single mundane moment stretching out into a profound eternity. You are repeatedly looking at the clock at precisely synchronized sequences. The master numbers are stalking you. You see them everywhere, on receipts, on license plates, on digital screens. These are not random digits, and they are certainly not coincidences. They are the numerical language of the universe actively confirming that the coordinates of your physical meeting are locking into place. But it is within the dreamscape where the most profound and exhausting work is currently being finalized. You are no longer merely dreaming the random processing of daily human stress. You are attending high council celestial summits. You are frequently waking up feeling physically exhausted, your heart racing, because your astral body has been traveling vast dimensional distances while your physical body rests. You are spending your nights sitting directly with the higher self of your divine counterpart, negotiating the final logistical steps of your physical encounter. You are sharing codes. You are aligning your nervous systems in the ether so that when you finally touch in the physical world, the surge of cosmic electricity does not overwhelm your human vessels. As this etheric merging accelerates, you are going to experience a highly disorienting phenomenon known as energetic bleed-through. You will begin to intensely feel emotions that make absolutely no logical sense in the context of your immediate physical circumstances. You might be driving your car, washing your dishes, or sitting quietly in a perfectly neutral state when suddenly a massive wave of profound sorrow or an explosive, euphoric joy washes over you, quite literally bringing you to your knees. Your breath catches. Tears fall without a source. Listen to me carefully when this happens. Do not claim these phantom emotions as your own. Do not try to psychoanalyze them or find a reason to be sad or artificially happy. You are simply feeling them. You are feeling your divine counterpart. If they are going through a moment of intense clearing on their end, you feel their grief. If they suddenly feel a wave of profound relief knowing you are near, you feel their joy. You share a single energetic nervous system. When their side of the cord is plucked, your side vibrates. Honor it. Let it pass through you, and simply send love back down the cord. You must deeply understand the gravity of the final test you are currently walking through. The earthly matrix is a highly sophisticated, deeply entrenched program designed to maintain density, separation, and fear. As you prepare to permanently exit the frequency of romantic separation and enter the highly guarded frequency of divine union, the system will attempt one final desperate maneuver to pull you back down into the old paradigm. It will test your resolve. It will test the authenticity of your new vibration. An old karmic partner, someone who caused you immense pain, may suddenly reach out with promises of change. A situation that perfectly mirrors your deepest past trauma will manifest out of thin air to trigger you. A sudden, terrifying wave of self-doubt will infiltrate your mind, attempting to convince you that this entire spiritual journey is an illusion, that you are foolish for waiting, and that true love does not exist. You must hear my voice clearly in those dark moments. You must remember the absolute certainty of this exact transmission. The phantom is not real. The echo of the past holds zero power over your current cosmic coordinates unless you voluntarily hand your power back to it by reacting with fear. The universe is simply asking you one question. Are you truly done with the pain? Close the door on the ghosts. Refuse the karmic bait. When the past knocks, speak aloud to the empty room and say, I recognize this illusion, and I choose my divine timeline. Your absolute, unshakable refusal to engage with those lower familiar frequencies is the final, essential key turning in the heavy lock of your reunion. It is the definitive proof that you have mastered your earthly lessons. This is exactly why your daily energetic hygiene is no longer optional. It is a critical requirement for your mission. The atmosphere around you feels chaotic right now, precisely because the old grid of your reality is collapsing to make room for the new. You must become a ruthless master of your own internal focus. When the physical reality presents you with lack, delay, or fear, you must forcefully and consciously pivot your attention back to the divine decree of your victory. You are a creator being of immense power. Where you place your attention is where you direct your life force. Let us anchor this high-frequency truth right now in the physical realm. The simple act of public declaration solidifies the energetic geometry of your deepest intention. I want you to go down to the comments right now and type, "I pass the final test and I claim my divine union." Make this declaration not from a place of desperate hope, but from a place of absolute, sovereign, galactic authority. Type it out, hit enter, and feel the powerful shift in your solar plexus as you claim your total mastery over the matrix. And as you scroll through the comments, look at the sheer volume of other declarations. You are not walking this intense path in isolation. The Starseed Collective is rising together across the globe. Reply to your brothers and sisters in the comments below. Tell them you see their light and you hold the vision for them. When you actively uplift another soul on this channel, you create a massive ripple of high-frequency resonance that instantly accelerates your own personal manifestations. If you have not yet subscribed to this broadcast, do it right now. Do not miss the signals. You are plugging into a living, breathing, impenetrable grid of Arcturian support. Your physical senses are going to become exquisitely, almost painfully sharp in the coming days. You might suddenly smell a distinct fragrance in a completely sterile room. You might clearly hear a whisper of your name just as you are drifting off to sleep. You might feel a gentle phantom pressure on your hand or your shoulder. These are not hallucinations. This is the veil between dimensions thinning to the point of absolute transparency. Your counterpart is standing right on the other side of that veil, reaching through the dimensional fabric to pull you close. Hold the line. The physical collision is imminent. The physical collision is imminent. And when it finally happens, when the universe aligns the exact geographical coordinates and the precise tick of the clock to bring your physical bodies into the same space, it will not look like the chaotic, dramatic collisions you have been conditioned to expect by earthly media. It will not be a sudden loss of control. It will be the most profound, deafening quiet you have ever experienced in your entire existence. When your eyes meet theirs for the very first time in this physical incarnation, the surrounding world will simply cease to exist. The background noise of the matrix will mute. The relentless chatter of your anxious mind will instantly power down. You will not feel butterflies of nervous panic. You will feel a massive, heavy, undeniable anchor dropping straight down into the core of the earth. You will look at this person who might appear as a total stranger to your human eyes, and your soul will speak a single, silent word: home. This recognition bypasses all logic. It bypasses physical preferences, societal expectations, and every single checklist your wounded ego ever created to keep you safe. Your energetic fields will lock together like two halves of an ancient cosmic puzzle that have been drifting through the galaxy for eons, finally snapping into their rightful place. The relief will be so immense, so physically overwhelming, that your human vessel may literally weep from the sheer release of the tension it has carried for lifetimes. You are no longer carrying the weight of the mission alone. The other pillar of your temple has arrived. But hear this warning from the Arcturian Council. Do not look for them through the eyes of desperation. Desperation is a frequency of lack, and lack creates a repulsive force field around your aura. You do not need to hunt for them. You do not need to manipulate circumstances, force connections, or constantly scan a crowded room hoping to spot their light. The higher realms have already programmed the coordinates into both of your energetic fields. You are walking on an invisible, perfectly straight line toward each other right now. Your only job is to keep walking your path of authenticity. The moment you completely surrender the timeline to the divine, the moment you decide that your own company, your own healing, and your own light are entirely enough, that is the exact split second the universe opens the door. Your absolute detachment from the outcome is the final energetic trigger that manifests the result. As you stand on this threshold, fully illuminated and violently awake, you must equip yourself for the immense energetic surge that this union will demand of your physical body. You cannot hold the power of a galactic star in a fragile, ungrounded vessel. You need the ancient energetic architecture to sustain this blast of divine light without burning out. This is the ultimate purpose of the transmission we have provided for you. The 22 Arcturian codes to awaken your cosmic mission can guide you in this awakening. This book gathers 22 Arcturian activation codes that help you release ancient patterns, awaken your multidimensional consciousness, and align you with your soul's purpose on the new earth. More than a book, It is a spiritual transmission for those who feel they came into this world with a greater mission. The link to claim your cosmic architecture is waiting for you in the description below. Do not ignore the call to prepare your vessel. The codes are waiting to be activated within your DNA. Your union is the spark that will ignite the sleeping grids of this planet. When you and your counterpart finally join forces, your shared life will become a living transmission. You will not have to preach. You will not have to convince anyone of the higher dimensions. Simply by walking together, simply by existing in a state of pure, uncorrupted love, you will dismantle the low-frequency structures in your community, in your family lines, and in the collective consciousness of humanity. People will look at the two of you and they will suddenly, inexplicably remember the source. They will remember that they too are worthy of a love that transcends the darkness of this world. You are the pioneers of the new Earth relationship paradigm. You are the cycle breakers, the timeline jumpers, the brave galactic warriors who chose the hardest path so that others could follow in the light of your trail. The Arcturian Council honors your magnificent resilience. We bow to your unbreakable heart. The decree has been finalized. The command has been sent across all dimensions. The waiting is over. You have won. Before you leave this sacred space, you must seal this transmission into your physical reality. Go to the comments right now and write your final decree. I am ready to anchor the light of my divine union. Let the words flow from your fingers like a sacred contract with the universe. Read the words of your fellow starseeds below you. Respond to them. Tell them their victory is assured. We are building the new Earth right here in this comment section, one frequency at a time. If your soul is vibrating with the absolute truth of this message, hit the subscribe button right now. Become a permanent pillar in this galactic community. Like this transmission to send a massive wave of gratitude back to your guides who are working tirelessly on your behalf. You are loved beyond human comprehension. You are protected by the highest counsels of light. Your mission is on track, and your counterpart is closer than your next breath. Keep your light blazing. Keep your heart fiercely open. We are the Arcturian Council, and we will never stop broadcasting the truth of who you are. End of transmission.